Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. So, bear with us one moment. We came in on a different channel this morning. So, welcome everybody to the Beatdown. Look, it's our Christmas Eve edition, our Christmas edition. So, we want to welcome everybody. My name's Brew. This is the Badger. You got some background noise coming in, bro.
Do I? I mean, I'm on myself. Reception is very bad. This show happen for everybody.
Okay.
What do you hear? Maybe I.
Well, no, it's just you can hear stuff in the background, kind of like it's underwater, but we can hear you. So that's what happens, I guess, on the cell phone. So I mean, it's we'll work with it.
What did you
Look,
just say? What?
it sounds like the background. You sound like it's underwater.
Oh yeah, no, man. But you know,
Cool. Listen, we're doing a Christmas Eve edition to this show, and just so happens that it's actually Christmas Eve. Imagine that. So, looking forward
imagine
to
the
it.
surprise.
Huh?
I see it's a surprise with that.
Yes. So, as my gift, I'm gonna give y'all some of the worst Christmas jokes of all time throughout the show. That's my gift to the Fight and Share Nation. Some of the worst Christmas jokes of all time. So, hey, we know going in these are bad. So you can't say, man, that's horrible. Because we know going in these are bad. So
We do.
among
We do.
among that, we also going,
Listen,
huh?
I'm not gonna give you a hard time. So get them off, bro.
Well,
It's
man, I'm
holiday
gonna
season.
spread them out throughout the show. I'm not gonna just dump them all on them at one time. You know, we
Oh,
got some
okay.
good stuff to talk about as well. So,
Okay.
but I did want to start off with one. So why are Santa's helpers so sad?
Do tell.
Because they suffer from low self esteem. Yes, yes. So now you know where these jokes are headed.
Yeah. This is
Yes.
this is going this is gonna be brutal, but we're gonna get through it together.
Well, and look, we can go from a childish joke to an adult joke. But I'm gonna try to keep these where you can actually retell them around children. I'm not gonna promise
Yeah.
all of them you'll be able to. But you know, we'll see what we can do. All right, bro. So what you want to jump into first?
No, man, I think that put over some interesting stuff the other day. This exodus, this journey, this pilgrimage of these guys out of the UFC into these other leagues, man. I don't know how many people are actually talking about it in detail, but man, I really feel like this is changing the guard here. I think Bellator and other leagues have to play this right. It could actually fall into their benefit. COVID has leveled the playing field, like I said yesterday. You prophesize they're going to probably support a mid-major network like a TBS or a TNT or something along those lines. That would be advantageous for you know, do it, but it makes sense.
I think it would be advantageous for certain networks. To be honest with you, this is gonna sound crazy, but I think it would be great for an HBO to sign them. And we all would know HBO went away from boxing. Here's the thing: HBO doesn't have to
Right.
produce anything. Bellator is already producing their own shows. They have their own commentators under contract. This is just a clear win for HBO. I think it would be more advantageous for Bellator to sign with possibly an ABC. Well, they couldn't do an ABC like an NBC or possibly like I was saying like a Paramount Network or a TNT or TBS. I think that would be the way. If I'm Bellator, that's where I go. Where they already have a male audience, a female audience for certain times, and their TBS, TNT, they're already familiar with combat sports or combat sports entertainment. Um, and they still have a lingering crowd from that. And you have testosterone driven people who watch the NBA. So sliding that in there would work. I mean, you look at AEW. AEW is thriving on TNT, and it's
In
because,
AEW,
huh?
but then you tell me that AEW get what they wanted because they basically took what the WWE was doing and kind of turned it a little bit to make it something just kind of exclusive to them.
Well,
I don't know about the quality. That's something that you're a lot more into than I am. But I think with this COVID thing, I think AEW got it right. They were put on those events. And that's like I said. It just everybody was searching for content.
that, but they were on the rise when they had crowds, bro. They were selling out pay-per-views when they had crowds, because they went back to more of your 80s type of environment, early 90s
Right,
type of environment. They went back to more of your, I'm
right,
not going to say your wrestling purist, because it wasn't, but more of your middle-aged traditional wrestling fans knowledge of the game. And
right.
I believe you look what they did, and you look at Bellator. Bellator, if they get in that environment, if they jump on a TNT or a TBS and they put their shows on once a week, like on a Thursday night, AEW's on Wednesday night, you throw them on Thursday night, that's a bang bang lineup for most sports fans.
Yeah.
So, but I do
I,
think that
your
maximum,
thought,
huh?
your thought with HBO. I like where you're going. HBO got a boxing for a reason. I think they're pushing so much more just original programming for the show. Um, they got to find a home. Though. I think even during this change of the guard, where COVID has kind of made us rethink how we do everything. I do think for a Bellator, if we're making a comparison between AEW, they need to find a home. AEW has a network. They're still, not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. They're still streaming though, right? It's not
AEW,
exclusively just correct?
well, all of them are streaming, but
Okay.
most of their feeds, most of their viewers are coming from television, and they're on the TNT app, and AEW has an app as well, so you can always go back and watch the replay. But most of their viewers are
Are
coming
you
from TNT right now. Are you talking about Bellator?
are you okay? Are you familiar at all? And I know you probably do you know what those numbers ballpark look like? What they're pulling from their streaming platform?
No, I don't. But I know their money is going into advertising for the network. And you would think it would go the other way around, but their money
Hmm.
is most of their money is going into advertising for TNT. Well, and you
Okay.
think about it. They're getting paid from TNT. They're keeping most of the revenue from the advertisement. Um, it's a win-win for Tony Khan.
Yeah. I just AEW is an interesting case study because, as you know, and you're going to be able to give the listeners more history, more of a historical reference. But, bro, how long has AEW been around in their
Um,
current state?
they've been around a little over a year, about a year and 3 months.
It's crazy.
Well, wait a minute.
And they've already, and they've with
It's about a year and a half now. Sorry, go ahead.
18 months. And they've already come in and taken, I'm not going to say a huge chunk of WWE, but I think WWE still is the king of the game, obviously. And that gap is probably very, very wide. But the fact that AEW is able to come on and get respect, people actually talking about AEW show, bro. Didn't really hear about them unless it's coming from you. Now, social media, you see this.
And this is even more impressive. I was wrong. They made their debut on October 2nd, 2019.
What?
Yeah, they made their debut on October 2nd, 2019.
Hey, bro, perfect timing.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
did.
say this. You think it's more clinical? when I say this, I don't think they thrived on the pandemic. Man. I think the pandemic that was that was a perfect storm for them because while everybody else was trying to what to do, they didn't have a plan because they were just getting started. So they were able to pivot a lot easier and make those adjustments to find a space in the rest of the landscape.
Yeah, and they didn't try to rebrand guys. They kind of let guys organically and women organically find their brand, which is good and bad. But they fill a void. I'm not saying it was the best technical stuff, but you could tell the divide in AEW between the guys who have been doing it for a while, the women who have been doing it for a while, and the new breeds. More on the women's side than the men's side. But I like the way they kind of let them find their own way, and you could tell they started shaping them as time went along, as far as the storylines and this. And yeah, but it was they were a good alternative from the WWE, a very good alternative, and I'll give them credit. I really will. Um, okay, hey,
Remarkable.
let's see. How much did Santa Slay cost?
Man, come on, bro.
Nothing. It was on the house.
You, hey, what's the of these, man? How many more of these you got, bro?
I got 33 total. Yes, yes. Some of them are just too bad for me to even read, bro.
Yeah, please not. Let's not say we did. How about that?
No, we can't do that. Why is Santa scared of chimneys?
I have no idea.
Because he's claustrophobic. These are horrible. This is so horrible.
Everybody out there that's watching is going to think you're a real cornball. Bro. I just want to let you know that.
Well, here's one that's really going to set him off. Um, what nationality is Santa Claus?
Surprise me.
North Polish.
Yep, you should probably stop.
Hey, Sunshine. Good morning to you, too. Uh-oh. Okay, she said the conversation is garbled. Is that from both sides? It might be. Let me see if I can make an adjustment over here. Keep going, bro. We can't stop the show. I'm done my jokes for right now. I got some more.
Is it my connection? You saying this, bro?
That's what I was trying to find out. Um, if it was on both sides or just one. She hasn't responded yet.
Fine. I think I hear me fine, but if she's saying it's garbled, then that's not what everybody else is hearing.
No, I think it just cleared up. Yeah, it just cleared up.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Um, but yeah, so segueing off of the AEW and competitive wrestling, bro. Um, we didn't get into this at all. We talked about it off air. The UFC starting off 2021 strong as hell, bro. Let's talk about these 3 fights in 1 week. Dana, listen, does Dana have a book? We got all this stuff written out and planned out because all this seems to be working out too well for him.
hey, it starts out on January 16th. The main card on Fight Island. You got Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Li Zhang. That's the first one on the main card.
That's a fight at 170. Isn't it Prozibio? Isn't that a 170 guy?
I think
He fought
so.
Mike Perry, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you got
And who was he
Juliana.
fighting?
Huh?
Who was he fighting?
He's
Who's his opponent?
fighting Li Jingliang.
I'm not really familiar with him. Okay.
Me either. I'm trying to remember. But then you got Juliana Pena, who we've seen, versus Sarah McMahon. um, and the co-main so far. And then everybody knows the main event: Max Holloway versus Calvin Cater. Calvin
Boy, that's
Kattar.
gonna be a blood. Listen, that's gonna be a bloodfest, bro.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a good fight.
yeah,
Calvin Cater, he means business. I like. He is another guy that shows up. And I'm not. Listen, let's be clear when I say this. When me and you talk about guys that come in with bad intentions, we're not saying that the rest of the guys that are fighting don't have those same intentions. What we're
right.
saying is the fighting style, right? Those guys aren't throwing a lot of feints and jabs. They're coming forward and they're being deliberate and intentional in everything that they do. I like this fight with Calvin Cater. I mean, this is an opportunity for him to make a big name off of Max Holloway.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough, but I'm here for it.
And look, there's one on the undercard that just stands out: Nick Lentz versus Mike Grundy. Um,
Not for me to get one.
we've seen Nick Lentz fight during COVID. Again, it's going to be similar to your Max Holloway Calvin Kattar fight,
Okay.
but it's on the undercard. Then we go to the 20th of January. Right now, only one fight's been announced for the main card, and that's Leon Edwards versus your man crush, Khamzat Chimaev.
Sir,
That ought
listen, bro.
that's gonna be good.
Listen, listen, bro. We talked about this a few weeks back. Leon Edwards has the worst luck. How are you a guy that's been hanging around the top five, right? Am I correct when I say this? Correct
You're
me if I'm
right.
wrong. You've been hanging around the top five, bro, for a while. You can't get nobody, and they put you in with Chimaev. Now, with all due respect, we're gonna learn a whole lot more about Chimaev than we are about Leon Edwards. Let's be clear about that. But as a top welterweight, bro, he must feel like, what is going on?
He's completely
And he has to,
disrespected.
yeah, and he has to call out the guy that's just getting into the league because he can't get a fight. What does this really mean for Leon Edwards? Is he not a draw? I feel like his fight style is pretty cool. Like, I mean, he's not a boring fighter. But why is that this guy can't get anybody? Why hasn't he got my boy Masvidal? Remember when Masvidal sucker punched him, right? Remember Masvidal stole off on him at the press
Yeah,
conference?
yeah.
Why that fight happened yet? Why is he fighting Calvin Kattar? He needs to fight Masvidal. That's the man he should want. You
Honestly,
slap me in front. Listen, you slap me in front of the whole world, and we ain't in the cage fighting. We got a problem, bro.
Leon
And he
Edwards.
punched. This wasn't no acting for the camera. No, he stole off on that dude for real.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but I mean, Leon Edwards has been called out by the champ. So why isn't he getting the title fight?
Yeah, I don't, bro. This is interesting. I don't know, man. I'm sure we'll get answers to these questions as close we get to that fight. But if you Leon Edwards, man, this is some bull.
It kind of goes back to what Rob Little was saying about Dana White and his treatment of black fighters. Go back, watch the
Yeah,
pod. Watch the pod. Go look at that interview we had with
you heard my
Rob
boy
Little.
say, watch the pod.
Exactly. So,
Y'all heard him.
when
Watch
you,
the pod. Matter of fact, we gonna hashtag that. We need y'all to retweet that, repost that hashtag. Watch the pod. That's us.
yes.
You heard it here first.
And when you see it, when you go back and watch that interview with Rob Little, then go back and think about fighters like Leon Edwards, and it'll make sense
Yeah.
to you. And I still go back to Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. It'll make sense to you. But I digress. Well, I progress. Listen, January 23rd, they got a full card. It's amazing. January 20th, they only have one fight signed on the card.
Okay.
But January 23rd, UFC 257, they got a full card already lined up. Jessica I versus Joanna Calderwood. Now, we've seen Jessica I fight several times.
Yep.
Very strong fighter. Very good submission. So it's going to be good striking. It's going to be, I don't know much about Joanna Calderwood. I'm sure they'll be showing her fights on IG as they usually do.
Yeah, Calderwood just fought not too long ago, bro. I don't remember the opponent, but I remember seeing her fight not too long ago. So both of these women have been active within the last few months. This should be a good one.
Cool. And then we have Khalil Roundtree versus Marcin Braccio.
Listen, people just heard me make that noise. I don't want to disrespect Mr. Roundtree, but From what I've seen of him, this Muay Thai fighting style that he uses is not really working for him, man. I don't know what he's gonna do next, but and it seems like this is his. He's really dedicated. He lives, but he doesn't live, but he trains in Thailand for so many weeks or months out of the year, bro. So he's actually embracing this whole cultural thing with Muay Thai. But boy, is it not working out for him in the octagon. He looks the part, but boy, it just seems like maybe he's not using the style correctly. And this is no disrespect, because Clear Roundtree is a hell of a fighter. If you're in the UFC, you're a hell of a fighter. But just going off the eye test his past couple fights, it just doesn't like it's working for him. I don't know.
Let's look at fighters who were successful with the Muay Thai style. Anderson the Spider Silva comes to mind first. Very
Okay.
successful with the Muay Thai clinch, but that wasn't his first. That wasn't what he went to first. He didn't loosen you up with the Muay Thai clinch. He was a very good striker, both
Right. Yep.
with the 8 limbs. He had good jujitsu.
Yep.
You know, Anderson used his Muay Thai as a supplement, as an addition to his base skills. And by the time he got you to when he was grabbing you by the neck and kneeing you and elbowing you out of that clinch, you had already been softened up and you were worn down from his other attributes. So I agree with you, Khalil. You got to have something else to work towards that Muay Thai style. It's not a Muay Thai match. You're in an octagon with people who wrestle and strike, and and they do jujitsu, and unless you're an esteemed practitioner like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, even karate has a hard time working in the octagon.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Look, we hope they have a good man. And then you got for the co-main, you have Marina Rodriguez against Amanda Ribas. Now we've seen Ribas fight.
Yep.
That's gonna be a good co-main. That's gonna be a really good co-main. Let's get to the main event.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Dustin Poirier versus Conor 3-year fighter McGregor. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Proper
listen.
number 12.
Number 12. Listen, I'm here for this fight, and it's not gonna be any different. I don't know if I'm standing on that right now, but today I'm rolling with the Conor man. I'm rolling with the Irish guy. Not because I'm picking a winner or a loser here. I just think that Conor feels like he's a better fighter than Dustin Poirier. And he already beat him. And we know Poirier's not the same guy he was 7 years ago when this fight happened, or 6 years ago, however long it was. We know he's a much better fighter. And he's proven it, and he's got his way back to this point. But hey, when I knock you out, when I stop you, you think I'm worried about anything that you got in this next fight? No, I am not. That's what makes this rematch all the more intriguing. Poirier has so much to prove in this fight. He has the ability, he has the experience, he has the pedigree, but can he do it against a guy that feels like, hey, I'm just better than you? That's always a tricky part about rematches, especially matches that are coming off knockout losses.
Yes.
It's different if we have a close fight in the cards. If I stop you, though, there's something in the back of your mind, and there's something in the back of my mind that says we're different. Can Poirier supersede that and come out and really show that he's a different fighter? I don't know if that's the case.
Listen, the UFC has also released UFC 258 and UFC 259. Now, they only have one fight on the main card for UFC 258, which will be February 13th, and that's Chris Weidman versus Uriah Hall. Interesting fight.
Sub into retirement, so I guess we get to see him try to do this. I ain't actually in this fight at all, but because I'm sport.
You're breaking up on me, bro. I think this is one of those fights that Weidman seems to be on his way out. Uriah Hall is. We don't know really what to expect from Uriah Hall. We would think he would beat Weidman. but Weidman is still the former middleweight champion of the world. Um, yeah, he beat Anderson Silva twice, albeit weird circumstance that last one. So
Let's not talk about it, but it hurt.
yeah, so look, it's. I think
But
it's. Hopefully, they
but
put some bigger fights on that card. Hopefully, we got some bigger
we knew,
fights.
like, to be fair and listen, we got to give Uriah Hall credit when credit's due. We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And it happened the way it was supposed to happen. And now we don't give Uriah Hall any cool points or any credit for doing what he did. He did what he was supposed to do. Now we put him there with Chris Weidman. I don't know where either one of these guys goes, even with a victory. I don't know where either one of these guys goes with a victory. But hey, we'll be here for it. We'll watch it, and there'll be some skill involved. But other than that, man, I don't know. What do you think? When these guys win, where do they go? If Uriah Hall wins, where does he go? Chris Weidman wins, where does he? What? They've been beaten by everybody that's better than them in the division. So what's next?
Well, I think if Weidman loses, he goes off into the sunset.
Yep.
Or the undercard is the same thing. He still has a little bit of a name, and people remember him being the one to finally beat the invincible Anderson Silva. They don't remember Uriah Hall beating Anderson Silva as much, even though it was much more recent because of what happened. I don't think there's really any place for it. Neither one. I don't think ever reached that title division. Right now, there's someone who's sitting on the throne that neither one make it out of the first round. I think Uriah is the one who wins it. They're going to try to put him in more cards, see if he can. They'd like to see him face it. The Les Champions at that level. I don't think it's going to be worth a fight that I would really want to see unless Uriah shows me more. But hey, kudos to you. You're still a great fighter. You were put in a very uncomfortable position because Anderson would not expect you had you taken an L in that. So there was really a no-win situation for you. So the fact that you handled that with as much grace as you did, and you did what you were paid to go out and do. That's what you train for, is to fight and win. You don't train to fight.
Precisely.
But listen,
yep.
UFC 259, they only have one fight announced for that one. But guess who that is? And that's on March 6th. March 6th. Your baby mama or baby daddy, because you're going to fight her. Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, one thing we know is that whenever we hear that particular name involved in a fight, we get excited because we want to see the outcome of this crash, because she is going to crash her fist into somebody's face or elbow or by strangulation.
Yes.
I like her opponent, but boy, there's levels to this stuff, and we're going to see that on March the 6th, 3rd, whatever date you said.
March the 6th, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think the outcome of that fight is going to be. We don't do predictions on this show, so we'll watch it like everybody else, and then we'll come back and talk about what we already knew was going to happen. But that's it. I have nothing more to say about that. I don't need her stalking me, trying to get into my DMs or coax me into a fight. I will not be bullied on social media, so that's all I got to say about it. I won't even mention her name. She knows who she is.
Really, bro?
Yeah. Why do I have to give her credit? I'm the name here. She can't make no money off me. Don't even say her name.
Amanda Nunes?
Clout chaser. Who is that? Who?
Oh, boy, I hope she sees this. Oh, I will. Listen, Amanda, I will broker the fight. We'll give you a 90-10 split. Matter of fact, no. We'll hang the purse above the ring, and the winner is that purse lowered to them. We want to see if you're that good that you can hold up to the badge. We want to see if you're that good. You want to fight Jake Paul? No. Fight a real man. Fight this man. Fight this man over here. Fight a real man.
Listen, nobody gonna build it off me, bro. I'm
Huh?
like Floyd. I am the 8th God. You ain't peeling your name off me.
That's right.
And that fight ain't gonna happen anyway. I'm past my prime. She's in her prime. She should have caught me a couple years ago when I was at my best. I'm an old man now in this game.
But you
That's
can
why I
still
need Mike Tyson in this game.
but you can still do it, bro. Hey, one more Santa joke. What is Santa's favorite type of music?
Hip hop.
Yep, rap. WRAP.
Yeah, we good there.
Why is it so hard for Mrs. Claus to get pregnant?
I don't know.
Because Santa only comes once a year.
You gotta relax, bro.
Hey, I told you if you didn't laugh at the bad ones, I was going for the bad one. Okay. We got one more I'm trying to pick off this list. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Oh, what do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
What's that?
A rebel without a clause.
Bro, people are gonna tune off this show. You keep telling type of jokes.
These are the worst Santa jokes ever that I'm telling. So, hey, it's part of our Christmas spirit. So we're getting likes though. I don't care what you say. Um, let's see. Oh no, that's this now. You wouldn't get that unless you were an '80s kid or a '70s kid. What kind of motorcycle does Santa ride? A Holly Davidson. A Holly Davidson.
Bro, my dog is getting reckless here. I'm about to leave you in a minute because these jokes is terrible. Yeah. I'm trying to keep my dog from running off, but you keep telling these bad jokes, man. I'm losing it right now.
Come on, man. Don't be like that. I told you about Santa's little helper, right? Why was he sad?
Yeah, don't repeat that.
Okay, all right. Hey, why did Santa go to the liquor store?
What?
Because he was looking for holiday spirits.
You gonna Santa gonna bro. It's bad
Listen,
if the kids don't believe in Santa this year, COVID, but you making it worse.
these are the worst Santa jokes, and for the nerds out there. Okay, what do you call Santa's little helper?
It's interesting.
Subordinate,
I don't know.
subordinate clauses.
All right, bro. All right, we can put a bow on this one. You successfully in 30 minutes.
That's not right. That's not right. I told you these were the worst Santa jokes ever. I told you that. All right. Well, let's get back into combat sports.
So what we got? What we got next?
You're killing me, though. Well, Bellator has nothing planned or listed for the beginning of the year, which is kind of disheartening to me. Uh, I thought they would have had their schedule out. Uncle Dana beat him to the punch. He beat him to the punch. So
Yeah, that I didn't expect that. Ryan Garcia, January 2nd, everybody.
yes, that again, that's gonna be
So
a good fight.
yeah, we got them lined up, man. They coming. So make sure we tune in for all those, man. But yeah, trying to think. How we about to get some rain? What else we got, bro?
Oh, you know what? I was a guest on Penalty Talk last night. And
Okay.
a question came up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got to ask him this question." Well, actually, two questions came up. The non-combat sports related. If you had the vote for the Heisman, who would you vote for?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I've been so disgusted with the college football season this year. I haven't been watching like I normally do. So I have to go at the obvious front runner, which would be Trevor Lawrence. But I'm sure there are other people out there that are deserving, but I haven't really been keeping up. I know we're gonna get Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. That's all that really matters to me. So
Yeah, since the Jets threw that chance away
yep.
by
We
beating the
appreciate New York.
Rams.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, and thanks to Sean Mims. To see HBO Hard Knocks, you can always count on teams that are on Hard Knocks to fold. So we appreciate it.
Wow. Okay.
We appreciate it.
The next question is NBA starting to talk expansion talks. How do you feel about that? And which cities do you think are deserving if they add two more teams to it?
Well, you and I remember the NBA in its heyday. We got to get a team back in Seattle, and that's only fair. And
I hate when people use that argument, but go ahead.
third team, I mean, a second team in expansion. Wow. Wow. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know who that third team should be.
I'm
I don't think Vegas needs a team. And I don't know if there's any other market that would embrace basketball the way that you need your community to embrace it. Um, I don't know, bro. Seattle.
if they only do
That's on that.
if they only do two teams, Vegas will be one to get a team. There's
You think
way
they
too
ready,
much.
bro? That's a lot.
There's way too
It's such a
much.
small.
But bro, there's way too much money out there for them not to have a team. The professional leagues have been looking at Vegas for several years. When we went out there last year, so last year we went out there in 2019 for our anniversary. I talked to several people, cab drivers, people who work within the hotels, or I'm sorry, Lyft drivers, people who work within the hotels. You know, they were saying how many professional sports leagues have spent time out there over the past 5 to 10 years, looking and wanting to put teams out there. Like they got a soccer league, and this is after they already announced the Raiders were coming, and they said the NBA has been out there, figuring out a way where they could get a team when they went to expansion, where they could get a team. I would be so shocked if Vegas wasn't one of the two teams that they add. And my question is, are they adding two or are they going to add four? But I know they're looking at adding at least two. I say since Vegas is going to get one, my reasoning for these other two, Tampa and Baltimore. And it's not because I've lived in both places. Part of it is because of the reason I like him like this when he's frozen. I just he makes so much sense when he can't talk. Um, when you look at Tampa, Tampa's a huge market. It's the 12th largest television market in the country. It has urban pockets which don't really get noticed or developed, and the NBA is going to help that happen as they exploit them. But the NBA will bring more urban centered businesses to Tampa and the surrounding areas. Bro, you if you can hear me, you might want to log out and come back. Um, but then you have Baltimore, and for the same argument you made about Seattle, it's only fair. Baltimore had the world champion Bullets. You remember with Wes Unseld, Baltimore Bullet. Could you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I heard everything you said.
Okay. So when you look at what happened in Baltimore with the Bullets, they just moved them to Largo, the Capital Center, and then to DC. It wasn't that Baltimore really had a say in the situation. They had an arena. They were refurbishing the Civic Center into the Baltimore arena, but the NBA allowed them to just moved the team. I mean, it's the same way with the Colts. You meet the demands of the owner, and then the NFL just bends over with no Vaseline and says, go ahead and move to Indianapolis. If you're talking about fairness, and what I think happened in Seattle was not fair. But if you want to talk about fairness, send that team back to Baltimore. Open a team, bring a team to Baltimore like you gave a team back to Cleveland. And then if you really want to be fair, give the second team to Seattle. But I know you're going to give a team to Vegas. And I would like to see Tampa get a team just because of the opportunity that it would present to the people in Tampa and the surrounding area.
Well, you will get your wish, bro. The Raptors tip off in Tampa soon, and we'll get to see if the city will support them. You got a point, but time will tell, and we'll get to see it, brother. So
Yeah.
I think that you're spot on with Vegas, even though I don't like that idea, but it makes sense. I think it's a very small market, but with all the money that moves through there and the amount of people that come there year round from out of town that would love to catch games, kind of makes sense. Um, Seattle, and then maybe Baltimore get a team back. We'll see.
Listen,
But
when I become a billionaire, I'm putting the NFL on notice. I'm suing the NFL so Baltimore can get a record. Peyton Manning not be ahead of Johnny Unitas. Yes, I put it out. What is that, bro? Oh, Jomo. Hey, Jomo. What's going on, Jomo?
yeah, he was going to work. He was practicing his baby making skills. Look at that.
Are we really showing this? Is this really? Oh no! Oh no!
Hey, listen, man.
Oh, well,
Hey,
they
listen.
say if you feed them long enough, they become like you.
Hey, man. Listen here, man. I got to go finish rounding up some last minute gifts, man. Can we ready to close it out, man?
You need to get whatever Jomo is abusing. You need to buy somebody a replacement for that because that is horrible, bro. You should really feel ashamed. What a way to end a Christmas Eve special. Oh, with
Hey, man, you got
procreation.
to be in the spirit, man. He's in the gift giving spirit, man. So that's how we doing it, bro.
That's the gifted down. All right. Yeah, shout out to mom. Shout out to my pops. Shout out to your mom, man. Merry Christmas, everybody. For those that celebrate Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah. Just give something to somebody. It'll make you feel better. Even if it's your time, even just your energy. Doesn't always have to be a gift. Give your time and your energy and love to somebody. Make them feel better, and I promise you to make them feel
No, that is indeed, bro. And listen, that is a solid message, man. Listen, it's the holiday season, man. Spread some joy. Give people some love because everybody needs it out there. We appreciate everybody for rocking with us, man. Everybody that tunes into the show. We're gonna get better next year. We've got a lot of good stuff, man. Our production team of one, which is this guy to my right, is doing an awesome job, man, bringing this show and helping it grow, man. And you're gonna see the progress, especially coming into 2021. But other than that, man, this is my brother. I appreciate him. I wouldn't rather be doing this show with anybody other than him. So with that being said, man, y'all enjoy y'all Christmas tomorrow. Y'all will see us back Sunday, probably a few pounds heavier. I know at least for myself, but I'll be a much more refined guy on Sunday. You won't get any more than animal porn. I apologize about that, but it was too good to pass up.
better.
That's all I got. We'll see y'all Sunday at 11:30, man. Peace.